Hi there, good morning, evening, whatever time of life's great time span you're in. Uh, my name's Fingal, a foraging troubadour, because I do know at least another one. Um, Welcome, this is the British countryside in early spring. I'm out for my morning walk, shopping you might say, um, walking along this lovely path here, and yeah, going to pick a few things. I'd just like to put out as a small disclaimer on these videos that uh, always go easy when eating wild food. I mean, do some research, look at it, identify it, know your own body's requirements and capabilities to, assimilate different things that are maybe unusual to its system. But most of all of the things that I'm going to show you are recognised as being edible, and not only that, but just fantastic for you. So, and the other point I just wanted to make is that since I've been doing this, which has been about at least 200 years now, I haven't been able to look at food in supermarkets or anything like that in the same way. It just doesn't. It lacks, you know, what they might call life force, for want of a better term. It just looks kind of dead to me. So, and now, obviously, I don't want to go anywhere near a supermarket. So this is much better option, certainly for me. But anyway, let's continue. Just walking under this rather lovely little mysterious bridge here, and we'll walk up this track. So we're walking up here. It's a lovely little route underneath these oak trees that are not quite in leaf yet, but soon everything is about to burst into life in this British countryside, which is magnificent. Weather's getting a little bit warmer, as you might know if you're in Britain right now, and which is really great that spring's coming. I mean, if we had to deal with all this nonsense in winter, that would be very depressing. Well, it's depressed, yeah. Well, anyway, I digress. So as we walk along here, the other thing I wanted to mention was that one of the first things that people say to you when you say you eat wild food is, aren't you a little bit concerned with ingesting dog urine? And which I would answer mostly is that, well, anyone in his right mind is a little bit concerned with ingesting dog urine, yes, but that's not to put us off eating wild food. Um, I'm not really up for ingesting any urine, dog, fox, human, anything. But if you go off the trail a little bit and up a hill like this, I don't think a dog is really going to take the time to go up there and wee. So if we go up here, straight away I can see, well, there's this patch of stinging nettle here, which certainly a dog wouldn't go up there to wee on because, most animals wouldn't put their nether regions near a patch of stinging nettles. So let's begin by, when picking stinging nettle, yes, of course, there is a possibility of being stung. A large possibility, which I don't mind, to be honest with you, because I think it's quite good for your nervous system to be stung by stinging nettle. In fact, it's used to treat. Was used to treat arthritis by. I think the Roman soldiers used to do that. Pick big bunches of it and whack it on the affected area, and it could alleviate the pain of arthritis. But you can just go down the stalk a little bit and pick it off like that. And I mean, there are techniques of eating raw stinging nettle, which I'll address later, at a later date. But yeah, if you just pick it off by the stalk like that, you've got no danger of being stung, which is, well, there is a small danger. And then right next to it, growing here, is a lovely little dandelion plant there, just about to flower. And all parts of the dandelion are edible, the root, the leaf, and the flower. The flower can be used for wines and tinctures and such things, tea. But yeah, just take a couple of leaves of that. Brilliant as a diuretic and cleaning the kidneys and all that, and liver, which is quite handy really. And we just progress on a little bit here. Here we've got some, there's a lot of this growing at the moment. This is, they call it, I think, goosegrass or cleavers, sticky weed. Not so great eaten raw, it's quite abrasive to the palate, but you can cook it up, you can brew it up into a tea or soak it in water overnight. It's also very good for cleaning the liver, so they say. So we'll just move on a bit here. Yes, I just wanted to point this out. This plant here is called Alum malacarum, which is fantastic. It's one of the few Latin names I do know. I just like it because it sounds like a Harry Potter curse. You know, something that wizards would shout at each other and they'd turn green or something. So this one is very poisonous. Easily identifiable. It's got this sort of vein running around the outside of it like that. It's very recognisable plant, but it does grow in amongst lots of other things, and it's especially wild garlic, which is so it's always good to make note of this. It's very poisonous, so don't go near that one. But if we get a bit further up here, there's going to be one of my favourites, which I think is just a brilliant plant. I might have to do a bit of climbing for this. Where is it? Oh, where is it all gone? Where are you, Master Jack? Well, there is some here, and I'll show you what this one looks like. This is going against my rules of avoiding dog urine because it's right next to the path here. But this is called Jack by the Hedge, or mustard greens, something. Very good. Let me try and find another patch. Go a bit further ahead. Alum malacarum, which is also called, strangely, ladies and gentlemen, which is a unusual name for a plant. Oh god, there was so much Jack by the Hedge along here the other day, but seasons can change very quickly. And for things like stinging nettle, which is in profusion at the moment and just come back into new growth, this time of the year is excellent for eating the plant, the leaves themselves. But as the seasons change, it becomes, through summer, stinging nettle is not such a great leaf to eat. It changes, the oxalic acid rises, and so it's not so great for your organs, but you can still eat the seeds during summer. Here's some Jack by the Hedge, and I think this is just suitably enough off the track to be safe from the dog wee. So this is a fantastic leaf. Love it. Jack by the Hedge. It's got a very peppery, garlicky taste, and slightly bitter, but that's the thing about wild foods. They can taste bitter, but you get to really like that sort of bitter taste after a while, but they're not all bitter. Yeah, so that's a fantastic one. I'll get some of that. Right, and then I think that's all I wanted to show you. Oh yes, that's the other one I was going to say. Is there any up here? Let me think now. I think we'll turn around and I'll show you something else. If we go back along here, some more Jack by the Hedge. Just having a moment's contemplation. Contemplating life's great mysteries, of which we're having a big one right now. Okay, well I'll quickly show you this. This is also by the track, but there are other stands of it. But this one here is called cow parsley, or I think it's sort of like a wild chervil. This is good. You can eat quite a lot of this. This is sort of like, it's like parsley really. Right, anyway, I'm going to go a bit further on. I'll get back to you soon. I'm just going to switch. This is Fingal the Forager, signing out.